Today we learn the basics of Gamesalad.
Hi and welcome to the very first tutorial by Step-by-Step Tutorials. Today we are going to go through the basics of Gamesalad. We are going to set up a project, we are going to create 3 simple scenes, and we are going to create some actors. So let's just go and open up Gamesalad. First, you want to create a new blank project, so just double click that. Let's maximize it. First, we want to create a title. This will be the name of your game. You can change it later, but as for now, I'm just going to call it tutorial number 1. Then you have to choose what platform you're going to make the game for. As of now, I'm using the iPhone 5, so I'm just going to create it for the iPhone 5. I'm also going to use landscape for this tutorial. The difference is just that this is your iPhone lying down and this is your iPhone standing up. So let's hit landscape. I also want you to have resolutions independence checked, because this will make it easier for the program to crop it with other devices. So let's go into our scenes tab. As you can see, we already have a scene here. This is called initial scene. This is the scene that will pop up when you enter the app. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to rename this menu. So the first thing that happens when we open this game is that it's going to open up our menu. In the left corner, you see a plus button. This will add game scenes. We're going to press this twice, rename the middle one level 1, level 1, and the last one just game over. Okay, so the idea behind this is that in this episode, we will create a button on the menu that will start the game and enter level 1. On level 1, we will create a way of dying. It's gonna be just a button for now, but it works the same way. And when you die, you'll go to the game over screen. So let's start. Just double click menu. And from here, you can see this is your folder, which hold all the actors in the scene, or in the game, actually. And this is our preview window. So this is our iPhone lying down, and you can hit preview if you want to see or play the game. So for now, we are going to add a new actor to the project. We are going to call this start game. Okay? And double click it to edit. This is the behaviors of the actor. This is where you tell the actor what to do or what to show. As for this actor, we wanted to just scroll down here in the library of behaviors to display text. We want this actor to display a text, so we just simply drag and drop it in here. Now the actor will display the text hello world. It will display it as a black color and the background is black, so we're not able to see it. So let's just change the color to white. I want the font Verdana, and I want the size to be 50. This is just preferences. Change the game text to start game. Hit enter. And what we want to do now, I want to show you something. If we drag this actor now into the preview window, just center it, and hit preview, the white box is still gonna show. And there are 2 ways to make this right. The first way is to just double click your actor and go into its color here and set the opacity to 0. Sometimes when you go back to the scene, yeah, like now, it will be invisible because you set the opacity to 0. So it's still here, but if you have several actors on the screen, it can be difficult to locate every one of them. So what I like to do is double click it and change the opacity back to 100, but drag in the behavior change attribute. So this behavior is going to change the attribute. Click this triple dot here of its own actor, color, alpha, double click alpha. So what this does is it's going to change the attribute of its own color alpha, which means its own opacity, to the number I put here, which is going to be 0. So when we go back now, it's white. So it's still white here, but when the game starts, all the behaviors start to work. So it's going to turn the opacity to 0. So when I press play, we're going to see just start game. Okay, but as for now, there is not a button, it's just a text. So double click it again, minimize these two, and now we're going to create a rule. So you hit create rule, and this is a rule that when all conditions are valid, so when all the below conditions are valid, like actor receives the event a touch. When touch is pressed, we want it to change scene. Next scene will work, but we're going to choose level 1 because it's always going to be level 1. Just remove advertisement. Okay, so we can go back now and preview. So when we press start game, it changes to level 1. Great. Let's go to level 1. What I want to do now is just create a button that makes you die. So create a new actor and call it game over, or just call it lava. That kills you. Okay, double click it, change its color to red, and once again create a rule that when the actor receives a touch, when the touch is pressed, we want it to change the scene to game over. Enable advertisements. It's that easy. So let's just put out the lava here. You can just drag it out like that. So if this was a platformer, this would be lava, okay? Let's go to the game over screen, and here we're just going to create a simple text. So we can just copy paste this and call it game over. Double click it, remove the button because we don't need that, and change the text color to red and the text to game over. Hit enter. Okay, so let's try it now. Go to the menu, hit preview. So this is gonna be a beautiful game menu later in the tutorial series, but for now it's just start game. So hit it and we go to level 1. Let's see, this is a platformer. You fall into the lava. We're going to make a rule so that when you touch the lava, it's game over. But as for now, it's just a button. So click it, and it's game over. The text doesn't show because I forgot to drag it in. So drag in the game over text in the game over scene. Start game, fall into the lava, game over. Okay, that's it for now. Please leave a comment telling what can be better, or if you have any ideas for what this series might be about, and if there is anything you want to learn, just ask and I'll try to make a tutorial of it. So yeah, I'll see you next tutorial. Bye.